Hello, I am the H-Town Vet, and I would like to welcome you to our channel, a place where we will discuss a variety of benefits available to veterans and their dependents. Today's topic, the levels of protection for VA disability compensation. Many veterans that are service-connected live under the constant fear that their VA disability compensation is being targeted. Even going to the mailbox can be stressful over the concerns of receiving a letter from the VA proposing a reduction in your percentage rating. My advice is to speak less and do more, meaning unless people are a part of your support system, you should be careful about divulging information related to your VA benefits. In my opinion, more focus should be put on seeking treatment for your service-connected disabilities and trying to live a better quality of life. We have weekly scheduled live streams on Sundays and Thursdays at 7 p.m., and we often release shorter YouTube videos on the same topics. Unscheduled live streams may occur, so to be notified of such events, you can contact us by email at htownvetnorthside@gmail.com. And if you would like to reach out to us for any other reason, here is our donation and contact information. If you would like to interact with subscribers of our channel, please join our live streams, even if you would just like to sit back and listen. Remember, here at the H-Town Vet, your opinion matters. And in order to keep an open and inviting environment, we don't play gotcha. Now let's get into the topic for today. The first level of protection for VA compensation is temporary ratings. Temporary ratings offer the least amount of protections of VA compensation. They are like temporary stitches, only meant to deal with the immediate problem. Back in the day, I know I'm not the only one that used zip ties or duct tape to keep the car bumper on, hoping that you didn't get caught riding dirty. Remember, temporary ratings are only a short-term fix that restrict your ability to work and/or prevent you from performing daily life activities. The protections that come from temporary ratings comes in the form of the limited time that you have to recover from your disability or become employable. The reason there are time limits on temporary ratings is because they tend to fluctuate or improve over time. This fluctuation or improvement over time is measured by the disability severity level. The less severe, the less it affects your ability to function in daily life and work. The more severe your condition is, the more it affects your ability to complete work tasks and daily life activities such as grooming and preparing your own meals. There are 4 types of 100% disability ratings, 2 of them having temporary status, those 2 being a temporary 100% and IU, which means individual unemployability. Let's deal with the temporary 100% first. With temporary 100% ratings, the VA believes that your service-connected disability is likely to improve after corrective surgery or rehab period. Once the corrective surgery has been performed or rehab period has passed, the VA will reduce your temporary 100% rating but pay you for the side effects and residuals. There are different situations where a veteran can qualify for a temporary 100% rating. The first involved being hospitalized at a VA facility for a period of 21 days or more. Once the veteran is released from the hospital, they return to the rating they had prior to hospitalization. A second way that a veteran can receive a temporary rating is if the veteran has a diagnosis of prostate cancer and the condition is considered a presumptive illness to their military service. Once the surgery takes place and the prostate is removed, the veteran's rating is automatically reduced, but they will be paid for the side effects and residuals of the cancer. The third way a veteran can receive a temporary 100% rating is if they receive a knee replacement on a service-connected knee injury. They will be paid at the 100% rate for a year after the surgery and during the rehab period. There are also temporary 100% ratings for mental health conditions. If you are a member of the active duty military and you are diagnosed with a mental health condition while serving, you may qualify for a temporary 100% rating immediately after you discharge out of the military. This is referred to as a pre-stabilized rating. Most likely you will have to go before a military board, and it would be a good idea to contact the VA regional office in the area near your base or the 1-800 number. This step is important so that you can have a representative from the VA as part of the Military Medical Board process. Our last example involves veterans who have discharged from the military. If you are hospitalized for at least 6 months in a VA facility for a mental health condition, you will be awarded a temporary 100% for a year after leaving the mental health facility. Remember, with a temporary 100% rating, it is a scheduler rating, and your disability percentage adds up to 100%. Now let's move on to the next type of 100% rating that's temporary, and that is individual unemployability, or IU. The temporary rating of IU differs from a temporary 100% because under IU, you are not actually 100% but paid at the 100% rate. With IU, you won't be paid for a specific time period. A percentage reduction will take place once your condition improves. Here are the general rules for a temporary IU rating. Because the VA has medical evidence that your condition may improve, it's a possibility that they may schedule a re-examination in 3 to 5 years. As a result of a full medical evaluation, the VA may lower your percentage, increase your percentage, or it might stay the same. Just remember, with temporary ratings, once the clock runs out, there are no protections from reduction. If this video has been informative so far, please like, share, and subscribe. The next level of protection is the 5-year rule and is backed up by VA law. Under the 5-year rule, the VA will not schedule periodic re-examinations for a service-connected disability if the condition has remained stable, meaning no improvement, for 5 years or more. After the 5-year period has lapsed, the VA can only bring you in for 3 reasons. 1, if there's major or substantial improvement in your condition. 2, if that improvement is continuous over a period of time. And 3, they could only reduce your percentage after 2 unfavorable exams. The next level of protection is the 10-year rule. The 10-year rule is different from all the other levels of protection. According to the 10-year rule, the VA cannot remove your service connection for a disability that has been in place for at least 10 years unless there was evidence of fraud. However, the percentage rating can be reduced to 0%. Simply put, after 10 years, your service connection is protected, but your percentage rating is not. Next, one of the highest levels of protection for VA compensation, a permanent and total rating. Before you've had your service connection for 20 years, a 100% permanent and total rating is the prize. There are 2 100% permanent and total ratings, TDIU and a 100% permanent and total. Of the 2 permanent and total ratings, a scheduler 100% permanent and total tends to be the most desirable because your combined rating is actually 100% and there are no work restrictions or income limits. Watch our video on 100% P&T. The second 100% permanent total rating is TDIU, or Total Disability Individual Unemployability. There are work and earned income limits with TDIU. A disabled veteran can use their yearly award letter to confirm that they have a permanent and total status. The VA decision letter can also be used to confirm permanent and total status. On the decision letter, you're looking to see if your dependents qualify for Chapter 35 Dependents Educational Assistance or for CHAMP VA Healthcare, because your dependents can only qualify for these benefits if you have a permanent and total rating. Now let's break down P&T, or permanent and total. Your position is permanent if it's static, meaning no change or progress. You have a total rating if you have symptoms that represent a 100% rating. So to summarize, with a permanent rating, your condition is unchanging, unlikely to improve, and there's no future exam scheduled. And total just means that you're paid at the 100% rate. So once you achieve 100% permanent and total, case closed, right? If that was the case, why are so many veterans worried, specifically worried about rating reductions? Some of our fears may be justified. If you are rated 100% permanent and total and open a new VA claim, it's a chance that you could put your P&T status at risk, because opening up a new claim gives the VA the right to look at your other conditions to see if they're still rated properly. In some situations, even with a permanent and total status, the benefits of opening up a new claim may be worth the cost or risk. I know what you're saying to yourself. H-Town Vet, you've lost your mind. You're talking about poking the bear. But let's be honest, anytime you file a claim with the VA, you're poking the bear. So please be looking for our upcoming video on poking the bear. One example of why a person that has a permanent and total status would reopen a claim is the PACT Act. So the H-Town Vet has a question of you. Are presumptive or special monthly compensation claims worth the risk? You need to remember that the VA doesn't always play by the rules. Our position is backed up by the Inspector General's report from last year, March the 16th, 2023. In the OIG's audit, they concluded veterans are still being required to attend unwarranted medical reexaminations for disability benefits. And it doesn't stop there. Veterans with a permanent rating represented 60% of the claims that were reevaluated. With a permanent status, your percentage rating is not likely to change, but that does not mean that it will never change. Finally, the highest protection for a VA disability rating, the 20-year rule. The 20-year rule applies to any rating percentage that you have, from 0 to 100%. According to the 20-year rule, a disability that has continuously been rated at or above an evaluation of disability for 20 years will not be reduced, unless the rating was gained through fraud. Just like Social Security, if the VBA suspects you of gaining your disability rating through fraudulent means, they have been known to use private investigators to monitor veterans, even if you've had your disability rating for 20 years. One such veteran was Dennis Paulson, who scammed the VA out of over $6 million. For more information, watch our live stream, What is VA Fraud? Now the good news. Once you've had your disability rating for 20 years straight and it was not gained through fraud, it can never be taken from you. Let's say once you've reached your 20 years, you go in for a yearly checkup, and as a result, you're diagnosed with new medical conditions. If you become service-connected for any of those conditions, they will fall outside of the 20-year rule. And always remember, there is no protection from reduction if you are incarcerated at least 61 days on a felony crime. And your VA funds may be stopped altogether if you are a fugitive of law. For more information about veterans facing legal issues, watch our video, Veterans Court. For the full VA compensation benefits package, watch our video, VA compensation benefits from 0 to 100%. This is the only breakdown on YouTube that covers the topic in one video. We have over 70 videos in our library that covers a variety of topics, and we would like to thank you for joining us.